Check, check. Well, seems like we're coming through. All right, we're live. So today is Monday, the 22nd. I got a little bit of a late start to starting the stream, but nonetheless, I'm here. I'm locked. I'm loaded. I'm ready. So yeah, for today was the day of Ape's IPO, which I just came out of the halt. I haven't really traded it much at all because it's been like glitchy and yeah, like look at this. I don't know. I don't know what's been going on with it, but my level 2 and time in sales will move, but then the chart will just chop. So I don't know. I don't know what's up with that, but I haven't traded it mainly because of that. Yeah, if I go to on Thinkorswim, it doesn't do that. It's actually moving properly how it's supposed to, but for whatever reason on Weeble, it's like the price is glitched. And I'd rather not just use purely the level 2 and time in sales, though they are very valuable. I mean, my level 2 is weird too, it seems. I don't know. Something's funky here. Anyway, that and GRFX is the other main one from today. Anyway, that and GRFX is the other main one. Yeah. I think that's loud enough, but I could maybe be a little bit louder. Yeah. No, that's fine. Let's see. Yeah, that should be fine. So yeah, market slumped again today. Pretty big. You got the Qs and the SPY down like 2%. The Nasdaq is down a full 2% right now, and the SPY 1.5%. So yeah, pretty big red day in the markets today. Um, in the markets today. In the markets today. In the markets today. Oh, that's weird. Anyway. So GRFX right now. This is pretty close to like a blue sky. Well, no, I guess blue skies is not close. It's close to all the recent resistance at 460. So far no trades today. Um, I haven't participated in this one. Like, what is going on? Why is the price? My price is 15 cents different than the 5 and the 1 minute, and it doesn't matter if I refresh; it just stays like choppy. Not even choppy. It just doesn't. Yeah, it's glitchy. It doesn't update. So I'm not interested in keeping my eyes on that one really. GRFX, bit of a bull trap candle there. Yeah, nothing else right now that I. Goes drugs up 40%. I'm not sure what this move's for. Some people are weird. Some community that I pay attention to, some guy was talking about BBBY, saying, it's risky, make it quick, get in, get out quickly. And some other person was offended that he was saying that. I was like, stop giving your financial advice. And some people are too sensitive, man. Here goes drug. Looks like it's gonna break out here. There's 86, 87 on the ask. A bunch of green printing. Ooh. It's gonna be a bit of a false breakout, eh? Try to take the dip at 90, but it's gonna end up being pretty heavy there. I'm gonna get filled high. This is quite the daily chart on the drug. This is that day last week that this thing was really strong for monkeypox news. I think it was. But yeah, so far today I'm not really locked and loaded. I'm feeling a little bit tired. Um it was a bit of a long weekend if I'm being honest. And I didn't sleep properly last night. So that's always puts a bit of a damper on things trading. Wow. There it goes to $2. Shouldn't have taken my eyes off it. Ooh, getting some chop now. Why is this moving right now? Is there any news? No, it didn't. No news. GRFX is still pulling back here. This might not actually be a decent spot to try right here. But that's not going to hold up. Okay. I'm just going to add GRUG to that list. Wow, so these dips are getting bought up pretty nicely on this thing. I really wanted to buy one and participate in that breakout, but I'm just not feeling. I'm feeling hesitant this morning. 235. Man, we're gonna see for a dip here. It's a big sell on the ask there at 28. And it's gonna get bought right up. Since holding right at 28, but I feel like we're gonna get a bit of selling coming in before this wants to make another leg up. But 28, and it's breaking down a little bit. 25. GRFX is still breaking down, selling off a little bit. Oh yeah. Wow. Yeah, and I'm not getting involved. I'm being too hesitant on these for sure. So it's gonna break out to 60 and pull back and hang out right around the 40s here. Try to buy that dip there. And it's gonna be a big dip. I'm gonna buy a little bit too soon. See, with these, I don't like getting in and then having it move a few cents below where I got. I mean, I like to get the bottom of these dips, and if it doesn't end up happening, I like to get out really, really quick. On these, specifically these, the red candle after a nice green candle on the 1 minute. 1 minute candle making new high would be 47. It's 39, 41. So that was gonna be a decent dip to buy there, but got a little bit too high and it made me slightly nervous to hold on. Just curious what this is. What is this doing? Well, that was a nice little move this thing made from about $1.20 to 260. So that was a nice 100%er there. I mean, I would like to try getting in one of these dips to see if we'll get the curl. So what caused me to hesitate? As you said, I should take this dip, and then I didn't, and then it went 10 cents. So what is my motivation behind not taking that trade right there? I think it's just because it's sitting right on this level and wanting to avoid a flush, I guess. It's 42. This is going to be strong right here. Try to buy that pullback to see if we can get retest a high candle. I'll be out there quick. I want to be in for the break, but I also don't really super trust it with this 50 level right here. Okay. So for the day, that probably puts me about break even. I mean, that was 6 cents. That wasn't bad. But I lost 4 cents. So I guess I'm gonna be green on the day. $36 for the time being. Um so checking out the scans right now, I don't think there's really much of anything else that I'm interested in looking at other than GRFX, but this one double topped at 50. Well, it wasn't exactly a double top. The chart looks just like a double top, but it broke out by about 3 cents and bounced off that 50 level. So sometimes this is what makes me fearful of trying to buy the whole dollar half dollar breaks. Is because sometimes when I go to buy I want to buy before, right? Because I feel like if I go to buy 51, by that time it's already broken out if it hit 51, and then I already missed that trade. So I want to try to anticipate the buy, for the break of in this case 450. So maybe I'm buying at 45 or 47 or something, but then in this case I'm getting right around the top, which that's not great from this resistance. But yeah, I did the thing that I'm kind of fearful of in the back of my head where we'll bounce right off this. So I'm getting in, say, maybe 47 for the break, and then end up getting caught in a pretty big, a pretty big flush. So I just want to be mindful of that. Yeah, this has been a bit of a rough day in the markets. Total world fund down 1.5%, which is pretty big for that. The international fund down about 1.5%. Total market fund down half. Yeah, so you get the picture. SPY down 1.5%, and the Nasdaq, so tech, is down 2%. I can't remember what these two are. These are some indexes that I put on here for a specific reason, but it's been a while. I know this one is the U.S. dollar bullet. I wanted to invest in this thing over long term, but I mean, not bad. But I mean, if you invested in 2020, you'd be break even right now. So I'm kind of good on that. But yeah, if you want to look at overall market sentiment, it's rough today. And I'd say it's probably worse than Friday. Friday was red, the markets were red, but we had some stellar momentum on GCT was, yeah, which I have not traded yet today. Oh. So I'll keep GRFX. This one looks decent. I'm gonna put drug on the secondary, and I'm gonna be watching GRFX. Gotta be careful with the triple top, but wow, this is looking strong. Let's go 500 shares. 39, 40. 44 on the ask. Yeah, I don't know if I'm interested in buying before this breakout. Maybe if we can get some bit of a pullback, and then I would try to buy after a small consolidation into a, so maybe buy a dip, or first candle to make a new high if this pulls back. But on this green candle, man, this is tough. Granted, this thing can print some fat green candles. Here we go, it's 50. It's gonna reject. That was nice. That dip got bought up pretty nicely, but we'll see if it can sustain. Buyers can sustain and break this, and this will break out. But yeah, doesn't look like it. There's 35. Wow. 22. 19. Try buying the dip at 15. Not getting immediate reaction, so I'm gonna be out there. Yeah, I guess I could have held that a little bit longer because I got a really nice entry there at 13, but I'd like to see that kind of more quick pop on these really big red candles. Sometimes I tend to do pretty decent on these trades, but these can be tricky. But I've gotten better at reading level 2 when these are coming down, and when you can kind of tell that it's about to make another big, leg down. So that was a nice entry there at 13. Could have maybe sold half and held. Yeah, it probably would have been the better move. But something I found about selling half is like on some of those trades where I go to buy a breakout, or I guess even in this case where I go to buy a big panic flush dip, I buy, it pops up, I sell it all, and then it ends up going up more, and I'm just thinking to myself that, if I just sold half, if I only sold half, I can take some profit and then hold the other half for maybe high of day or for another 10 cents or something like that. But in doing so, I've had lots of trades where I have a nice entry for what I want, which is a quick pop of 5 cents maybe, and I sell half, and then it comes back to stop me out break even, or ends up turning into a red trade, and then the part that was green ends up being break even, or even maybe red. So I don't know if that's just something with my trading style that selling half doesn't really work very well, because I like to be quick in and out, and I like to. It's like if my entries are right, then they have to be right away, and if they're not, then selling half and piecing out doesn't really work very well. So yeah, in this case, it would have been perfect. Sell half at 18. I'm still holding another 250 shares for 20 cents profit. That would have been nice, but um, that's not where we're at right now. Okay, so status report. GRFX chart looks pretty nice. 5 minute chart doesn't look bad. I mean, got some of these wicks to the upside here. Don't like that, but I mean they're pretty strong green candles, and we haven't had any big red volume candles on the 5 minute yet. The pullbacks have been slightly less, so that's good. But man, this 1 minute chart does not look pretty, especially up by this level. Because now we very clearly double topped that 50 here, couldn't break out, and that's why on these, another try I used to take was the first pullback on a new candle after a big red, or I'm sorry, a big green. So in this case, we curled off of like $4 here, and we had a really nice move from 418 in these two candles from 418 to 450. And then when this starts pulling back, I used to like to buy the quick dip to see if I would get bought for the breakout. But I found more often than not that ended up being a big red can. It would end up buying, and then it would be like I'm buying on the first of or the second of four steps down on in the candle. So I ended up getting way too high, and then so yeah, that's not really a trade I'd take anymore. Granted, the market has been not so hot, so once the market starts to pick up and buyers are more antsy and more aggressive, then that might be a really nice trade. But at least for right now, I don't like. Well, it's 43. This candle is 44. Whoa. But we have decent volume on GRFX. Volume, everything everywhere else is kind of drying up. Drug looks decent, I guess, too. But this one, man, I'm only really interested in buying maybe some dips or once this breaks out over this range, because I'm not interested trying to trade it for the breakout. I mean, once this breaks out, if and when it breaks out, it's going to be strong here because there's a lot of shorts that are going to have their stops around this level, maybe 50, 50 to 55 or something. I know that's a big strategy with shorting is you put your stop on the wick of the high of day candle. So in this case, it would be 50. If I was short, my stop's 51 because I don't want to stop out at 50. But still, the point holds up. Um, Dogs outside are going crazy. We have some neighbors that have 3 huskies and a little dog, and sometimes they like to go nuts. Sometimes it sounds like they're over there killing each other or getting beat or something because of the noises they make. Because they're just like such an unconventional whine. It almost sounds like a painful cry, but they're just being silly and having fun. It's kind of funny. He goes drug. Drug breaks out strong there. To 80. I'll just start with half size here. It's fine. Ooh. Same kind of case on this though, where it made new highs, came down, and I wanted to buy for the retest of highs, and it never ended up getting there. So I think that might happen on this candle here. It's gonna turn into a red, or is it gonna be the same pattern, or is it gonna be strong here? Up 110%. 67. GRFX. I'll still keep my eyes on drug for right now. So yeah, right now I'm not super interested in buying this thing. Certainly not for the breakout. Um, I might look for a consolidation on this level if it can hold strong above, yeah, I guess between 50 and 60. If it can consolidate a bit and start curling, I'd like to buy maybe the first 1 minute candle, make a new high, or if it moves up and dips, a quick dip for the retest. But I'm not super interested in buying into this resistance right here. GRFX. This looks good. It's consolidating over on this level above VWAP. Got a lot of wicks to the downside here, so it's like whenever it pops below 20 or 15 here, it gets bought up. Um, so this one looks pretty decent. We do have some descending resistance, or not resistance, volume rather. So that's not great. But we've had very small volume on the red 5 minute candles in comparison. So yeah, I really think that this thing could break out. I really would like to see it above the 50s. I'll give a really strong pattern into that so I can get involved with it. Otherwise, I'm not too comfortable. Wow. So it's gonna end up being no good. So I don't like buying the dip on a new candle off of a green candle. It seems like more often than not that this kind of thing ends up being the case. Granted, that dip's gonna get bought up really nicely at 52. That candle almost turned green for a second there. Wow, that's gonna be a really strong candle getting that dip bought up. Hmm. Yeah, it looks like the dips on this thing are nice. They're getting bought up really well. GRFX is still selling off. Wonder how the inverse ETFs are doing today. So yeah, these are actually pretty tough to use. Which is the leveraged one? I think it is this one here. All right, drug. 5 minute pullback here. Looking at this 5 minute chart, it looks great. Increasing volume right here as it starts to ramp up on the 5. And then this pullback, significantly lighter volume. I mean, there's 4.7 million on this candle, and on this red candle, 1.4. Starts to pick up 4.1 million, 4.7 million, and now we're only at 1.4 million. So that looks like a really good volume profile to me. I want to see this thing much below the 50s now after this. It would be really nice if we could hold here. I'm going to put GRFX here so I don't have to keep looking. No, just 1x, not dos. Oh, I typed in the F first, that's why. GRFX. Okay. So this might be worth trying to pick up around this area. But same kind of case, I don't want to get caught in a flush. I know a lot of buyers would have stop losses below this area, maybe the bottom of this candle. Which, that's what you want, is to know that you're in with buyers, but at the same time, yeah, I just don't want to be buying in on kind of the back end of this push, this try right here, and then end up getting caught in stop loss triggers. So let's see what this is gonna do. AMC, they're both just selling off. Apparently, according to a study published by Stifel Financial, shows that 79% of corporate executives expect a downturn within the next 18 months. So, wow. So, yeah, it seems like we're definitely in a bit of a bear market here. And we've had a bit of a rally the last couple weeks, but that could just be, a higher low, or I'm sorry, a lower high, pivot up, in a downturn. So, in a downtrend, I should say. Yeah, right now, volume's kind of drying up a little bit. Yeah, and we're pulling back here. So, GRFX starting to curl a bit here. And this one doesn't look bad either. I mean, technically, we've got higher high, higher low, kind of higher high, kind of higher low. Ain't it love? Oh, man. So it looks like we got something halted up. That's interesting. I like the halt trades. So PET halted up on pretty light volume here. So that's one of potentially many red flags here. Is there any news? No. Okay, I see. So yeah, on a resumption on this, we'd have about 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes. I don't know if I want to trade it. I don't think I will. Sometimes these small volume halts can be irrationally strong, or maybe not, or surprisingly strong. So I don't want to discount it because it's light volume, but yeah, those are risky for sure. A little bit of deadlifts. So yeah, I guess I'll be watching on this resumption. Share size, maybe I'll just take, I man, 200. I don't want to take anything big. Maybe I'll take 300. Maybe I'll take 250. Okay. Call it 250. I'm not gonna take big share size on this thing. If I end up trading it, we'll see what resumes. But it's kind of tricky to look for the traditional kind of pattern what I look for out of a halt when it's such light volume and there's not really news. It's like it's gonna be hard to trust. So we have about 40 seconds here until resumption. Let's see what really quickly. I know I've traded this ticker before. Um, Flow is 13 million. Okay, that's what I was just wanted to see about real quick. Okay, so I'll watch here. We have about 10 seconds till resumption. Not super convinced I'm gonna get involved, but we'll pay attention to it and see. It's gonna open higher. Looks like it might go, and then there it goes. 20 cents. It's real low volume here. And that got bought up really nicely too at 50. So that was, yeah, a 50-cent move. And that div is going to make new highs. 802. Where are we? Resistance wise, we're kind of right into this pre market resistance. Daily chart, I mean, we've got it until. Yeah, I mean, I guess we're coming into some resistance there too. But once we kind of. We have a lot in the 60s, 70s. So here goes 813. That candle's going to end up closing green, so that's really good. Looks nice for the volume. Because that was red. That would be a huge red volume candle in comparison. I don't know. I'm not so interested in trading this thing. It's very low volume. Well, GRFX is kind of not moving. I'm gonna throw a drug over here for the time being, but this one's also selling off currently. VWAP is about 15 cents away. There's $8 again. It's gonna hold 8. No, it's the retest. There's 8. Yeah, this thing, uh, the spreads can open up. They open up really quickly when it moves. So I mean, I could lose 10 cents in the spread. It doesn't look too bad. There's 17, 22, 23. Yeah, it's very low volume. So far on it, the dips are getting bought up pretty nicely. We've got all these wicks to the downside here. So it's like, do I want to try a dip? Maybe. Try the dip there. It's a bit spready here. Yeah, I'm gonna be out. So yeah, with these low volumes, I mean that could have been a potential dip off VWAP. Maybe gave a quick. I mean, I saw it at 50, so I gave a quick 10 cents, but it's still just low volume. It's not really too interested in trading it. To be quite honest, that was a bit of an impulse buy off this big red. Um, yeah, I mean it's basically a break even. 2 cent loss, 250 shares. It's what, 50 cents? That's not right. No, $5. And it was 5. I got my decimals all whack. I guess I was just one decimal place off. Anyway, $5. Yeah, it's kind of crazy that this thing's it's moving a lot off super light volume, and it's got a fairly higher, I mean not high, but higher float than some of these we've been trading recently. Wow, look at this big green candle here off this sell off. All right, well, let's take a quick look. Scans. Nothing really up there right now. So maybe I'll just keep an eye back on drug here. So it's trying back at this resistance. I feel like it wants $3. It just wants it, but we got some stuff in the way. Big indices still selling off. Got the SPY down 1.75% now, and the Q is down 2.225%. So we're down about another 0.25% since the last time I checked. So I get sneezes in the morning. It's weird. Maybe I kick up dust or something. I'm not sure. I guess I'll add PET to this list, just in case it ends up making another move up. I'll be able to see it quicker. So yeah, just sitting tight right now, being patient. Currently on the day, plus 56. All in all, not bad. Um, yeah, I'm gonna miss some of the action this morning with APE and AMC, but looking at the chart, I mean, this thing was kind of just going and going, and it's still doing it where the price is not moving. I don't know why. I don't know what's wrong with this thing. But I'm getting movement in my time and sales and in my level 2, but my 5 minute and 1 minute chart don't move. And then the prices sometimes end up being different. So I don't know what this thing's. I don't know what the problem is here. So yeah, Ape, not interested. PET made new highs. There's a drug. Is it gonna come off this resistance and pull back again, or is it gonna be strong? Feel like there's bag holders on this thing from just because this was Thursday. Today's Monday, so this was 2 trading days ago. When this thing went absolutely crazy. But I bet there's bag holders. So maybe people will be trying to get out and causing more selling pressure when this thing pushes. Just a thought. I don't know. $74 of a high. But this is a lot of resistance here, so I don't want to be buying into this for the breakout. I want to see some more volume too. I really do want to see some more volume. $58 and wait, no. 75 and 76 are the highs of these two moves here, so here we go. It's not going to break very fast. Try the dip. This looks like it's going to flush though. Yeah. That was a nice sell. I'm glad I got out when I did. And that's exactly what I mean there about my like strategy. It seems to be where I'm like it's in or I'm out. Like if I would have given this thing a second to work out, this thing would have dropped and I would have hit the sell button on the drop. And I would have lost probably 8 cents. So yeah, that's the thing. It's like I kick myself sometimes for holding too short, where I'll try to buy at a dip and then it hesitates a little bit, so I'll sell, and then it just needed a little bit more of a pullback, and then it pushes. Um, but yeah, you can see in this case, it's exactly why I do what I do, where it pulls back, I give it a chance, and then if it doesn't go, and it gives me a reason to want to get out, or it hesitates, or whatever it is, I'm out. Like yeah. So with the whole selling half thing, with holding a little bit longer, it isn't super cohesive with my strategy. It seems right now. That's a bit disappointing here. This false breakout. I thought that if it could have gotten over 75 and 76, that it would have been really strong. But it didn't. We didn't get any short covering. It didn't seem like over these levels. Otherwise, we would have gotten a quick snap. But maybe shorts, yeah, maybe all the stops are up here, and that's why we didn't get any kind of short covering. Because, yeah, that was a bit of a weak breakout right there. So, good break even. I'm glad I got out when I did. GRFX looks like it tried again, followed by a big red candle. So, that's not good to see. The other ones from today, not interested. They're all selling off significantly below VWAP. PET, perfectly fine leaving this one on the table. Maybe gave a couple opportunities, but it was low volume. Still, even on the day, it's only 3 million volume, so not bad. Probably not the worst thing I've traded, but not interested. Dr. Fauci announced his resignation as the NIAID director in chief of medical advisor to Biden. That's interesting. Good riddance. So yeah, today's a bit of a slow day. We had some nice momentum earlier on APE and maybe AMC if you're into trading that. I did not trade those. I'm currently green, I think $56. Yeah, on I think it was just the on drug. So on this stock, I don't know exactly where it was. What time was this at? Hmm. Sun W is up 10%. SolarWorks. Oh, not SolarWorks. It's Sunworks. Wow, this thing's coming right back from where it came. And the price still is not moving for me. I don't know why. It's really frustrating. Be right back. I have to go use the facility. So, okay, time is about 10:20 or 11:20 market time. The only thing that I've really got on watch right now is GRFX and drug. Now, this one's consolidating above VWAP. It's got a lot of resistance around 75, 80. Of course, it's a high of day. Volume's kind of dried up. So, I think for now, I'm going to get out of here. I might come back later today, but I'll wrap it up right now. Plus 56. All in all, a small little day. Daily goal is about 100 right now, or I think it's like 110. But yeah, flat is good. I mean, flat and small green is good. I mean, all things considered, trading is extremely difficult, and you have to take your victories when you get them, even if they're small, and try to move on from red. So like with this, it's like, yeah, I didn't reach the daily goal, but a small green day is still a small green day, and it's not a red day. So that's basically all I have to say about it. Like it's like what percentage of traders lose money? So if you have a day that you're break even, you're doing better than a large, vast percentage of people that are trying to day trade. So yeah, just take the little victories when you get them, and take the loses and the losses with a grain of salt. That's what I've been trying to do. Because man, 2021 was a pretty rough year for me. I mean, we had a lot of good opportunities, but that's kind of when I really started trading hard, was in the beginning part of that year, and like, but a year later from that, you know, right now it's August, but February of this year, I'm like, man, I spent a year trading and I was down money. So if I have a day that I trade and I take 10 trades and I end up being break even, well, then I'm doing better than I've been doing the last year, if you think about it that way. So it's just consistency and discipline and perspective. You have to put everything into perspective. But anyway, yeah, with that, I'm gonna wrap it up. PET's curling back up a little bit. Drug, we're still kind of in this wedge. So we'll see if this ends up breaking up, breaking down. Right now, I'm not very optimistic of it because of the volume and because of the kind of overall market today has been really bad. And here we kind of go start to break down. So yeah, end of the day plus $56. All in all, decent. I hate to see it. But yeah, I'll be back with the recap and I'll be live streaming tomorrow. I may come back maybe for power hour today, or if anything else pops up afternoon and starts running. But yeah, for now, I'm gonna end up wrapping it up. Wow, look at that. Hold up. That dip is gonna get bought up and it's gonna go to the moon. That was insanely impressive. Wow, look at that. That was unexpected as heck. Try it at 80. No. Yeah, it's gonna end up selling off there. Yeah. Wow, okay, so what an unexpected push right here from 50 to 90. I mean, wow. And just a sell off. So it's a bit choppy. I'm going to lose 21 bucks on that. So I'm plus 35 now. Wow. There's a big bid there at 68. $73 is the high of that candle. Try to buy there at 75. Yeah, I mean, these are just small little trades there. I'm gonna get still a little low anyway. It's 82, 83. Gonna break out or is it gonna double top here? Should I go for the break of 3? But it didn't happen, so I'm gonna be out real quick. Man, there's the break of 3. That was such a strong break too. That was insane. 23, and I was just out a little bit too quickly on it. Let's throw a dip here. Thought it was gonna go lower than 13 there. Well, this is some good momentum to see here off of this sell. I mean, this was when I started breaking down, I was calling it a day, and then it popped up here, and now we're cruising. Tried about the dip there for the quick pop, but it looked like it was going to keep coming down. Now we're up 150% on the day. Okay, this candle made a new high. It's 18. I thought at 22. Be out there for the quick scalp. So you don't want to hit it to hit this 29 level and then flush. REUN. Wow, there's some resolution. I'm getting caught up reading stuff, but I should be paying a little bit closer attention here. Wow, man. Looks like it's about to make a leg down. I mean, getting a few little scalps on this thing does add up. But man, this is it's tricky because I mean, we just went on the way up. We went from 250 to 290, and then on this candle on the way down from 345 to 3. So I mean, there's 40% range candles here. So what's it gonna be on this thing? Looking at the daily chart, we're back through the moving average, the 200 moving averages, the MA and the EMA, and then the only other thing we've got up towards this level is, I mean, there's a bunch of this is kind of, yeah, I don't know. There's no obvious resistance pivots, so maybe 350s. We were right up on that on this level. I mean, on this last two candles ago, we hit 45. And 2 days ago, it hit 475, which, the way this thing is moving, it's not like super far off, to be honest. It's pretty far off. GRFX. It's coming up by highs. And GRFX. All these wicks here. And these two very long topping wicks to the upside. And there's the break of 3. Well, not the break of 3, but the break of this resistance. Okay. There's 3. Looks like it might hold up 3. Give a decent little dip opportunity. Oh, that's funny. Okay. Let's get focused. GRFX. Kind of a false little bull trap right there. I'm just gonna double top here. Well, let's get GRFX over on the main. Some drama in the community. Wow. Okay. GRFX. Now that is what I would call a bull trap right there. Yep. That's a bit of a flush there. It's tempted to take that dip off 4. I suddenly put my hand on the buy button there. That would have actually been really nice, but I'm going to be a bit of a... Yeah, so that dip off of the whole dollar right here would have been nice. And looking at this, it would have been buying into a whole bunch of support. I just wasn't super dialed in when that happened, I guess. Oh, yeah, I forgot about this. Oh, here comes Drug. He's gonna make another attempt. I'll keep this one on watch right now. So we're coming right up on 11 o'clock. So it's about noon market time. So yeah, for now, I think I might actually get out of here for real this time. Plus 80 right now in the day. So small green day, that's good. Um, yeah, I'll be back if drug ends up popping up, which it's looking pretty strong here. But yeah, for right now, I'm gonna end up ending the stream. Plus 80, be back for recap. I'll be back streaming tomorrow.